Hey guys, I wanted to make this video on the Colossus event and kind of just some things that you may not know and things that could potentially help you. So you kind of have two ways to go about the Colossus event. So what a lot of people do is they don't push the battle arenas, so they stay at a low trophy level till the very end, just because it makes the events a lot easier. Because if you're like a level 11 or a level 12, you're going to be put up against people who are like eights and nines, and you just have a much better chance because you usually have a lot more power if you stay at the 3400 mark right here, right? Because after every season reset, you get thrown back to 3400. So what a lot of people do is they camp like 3400. They'll still play their 8 battles a day to get the wins, and then what they'll do is they'll purposely lose, eight battles so that they get thrown back, or sometimes it's usually a little more. But yeah, so the point is they camp around 3400 so that they get easier opponents. So for those of you that don't like to do that and you actually like to push the battle arena, like me, you kind of have to go a little bit of a different route. So anytime that I don't camp the lower side, I use Nola, and I use her for a reason. She is very powerful when it comes to like her freeze spells, because basically if you can get the Colossus, 75% towards their portal, you're gonna win if you have both the spells, and I'll show you why here in just a second. But the reason I choose this deck is the freeze makes it so that the center lane, everything's frozen, so the Colossus continues to go in their direction as long as it's going for you. It's also good defense, and then there's the Pixies, because they'll once again freeze everything in the main lane, and the whole point of this build is to get the Colossus to their side, right? There's other builds that will allow you to do spam decks, and they don't focus. They focus more on killing the portal with all your minions and just overwhelming the other user. But this deck really is focused all around getting the Colossus to the other side. So I will show that in just a second here, but this is my recommendation. A build. Now it does vary depending on the season, and the reason for that being is the ascendance, right? So I wouldn't be playing Viper. I would only be playing one Viper if there wasn't the ascendance to have them spawn anywhere on this season. Another great option is if you can get to the freeze imp at adding 3 seconds of freeze to this. It's basically unstoppable in the Colossus event, in my opinion. So it's also just a really good choice if you go that way on the ascendance tree. I chose to go spam this season like everyone else did, but just note that my deck will vary depending upon what ascendants are available for this event. So, all right, let me just show you quickly a battle. I just before I do that though, I want to mention that in my opinion, there's only one event other than the spider event that's worth actually getting this pass for. And that would be Last Year Standing. And the reason for that being is Last Year Standing has 1, a legendary card, 2, a bunch of Phoenix tokens on that side, as well as now a mythical card, right? So there's just a lot more value, and yes, it is 900 gems, well as this one's only, I think it's 750. Hold on, let me move this. Oh, it's actually 500. So, I mean, if you have the gems, cool, but I usually save mine for the spider event and also the Last Year Standing. Just to kind of be more conservative, and like I said, I just don't think the rewards are really that worth it for this event. So let me just show you how I play this one at a higher level. I'm right now like 5,800, so kind of up there. I'll probably get placed against a few really good people, so we'll see what happens. So the whole point of this is to get the Colossus down to their side. So usually I sometimes let them get to me first. I'm actually happy that he threw that out there. We'll see what he has planned on for me. Okay. So this will really annoy him. Ooh, he killed me. What a punk. Perfect. Okay, so here's this. And now what I'll do is I'll freeze him, and then I'll also throw him here. And you'll see why in just 1 second. Okay, they're frozen. Alright, so this is why I actually put Bloodstalker in this deck, just so you know. It's because they will pixie, right? Oh, and he's going to be annoying. So, cool. We'll freeze him. I'm still not really worried. We'll see what happens here. So this guy should be able to take him out. Cool. And then I'm going to throw this in this lane, just because he's probably going to put a fire spell on that lane. We'll see, though. See what happens. Yep. Okay, figured he would, which I'm totally fine with. Cool. And here's why we're going to do this. You'll see in just a second. Once you get him to be right about here, it really is not very good for them, because he's going to continue to get there. Oh, and cool. Nice. Good move. Good move. All right. So it shouldn't really matter, because you'll see in a second, I have a bunch of crap this way. So now he's got a bunch of stuff he has to deal with right out front. So that was a good move, but I'm still pretty confident. Even when he throws this firewall spell here, I mean, he's just got a world of hell to deal with. And now Pixie, nothing's going to damage them, so they're not doing anything. So watch, he's going to throw something else out, and I'm going to freeze him. And that's how it's done, right? So the whole point is to get the Colossus down the side. And usually it goes pretty well, even against, you know, certain builds. Now, when they do have the same build, it is a little more challenging. But that's why I have Bloodstalker to kind of unfreeze the Pixie, because you'll see a lot of people do that at a higher level. So I'm just going to do 2 more for you guys, and just to kind of show you some variations. Hopefully I win them all, but you know, these are not low-level players. So this guy is from Kimmy's guild. And okay, cool. So yeah, some people like spam builds better. I just think when you're at a high level, in the battle arenas, and you get some more difficult players, it's just much more advantageous to go with this freeze build type. Ooh, he's got Evo 2 on that spell. So this guy's got spend some money on this game, for sure. So he's gonna try to do something that's fine. I'm okay with. Oh, you know what I forgot? Which I'll be throwing into this deck right after this. I forgot one of the best players ever, which is VC. I don't know why I'm not using VC for this. VC is like a must. Absolute must. So this guy is being a pain, as you can see. A royal pain, but I still should be fine because he's going to lose. Oh, cool. Pull you in. Get a little. He just don't really know why he did that, but doop. Okay, I'm still fine with this. Totally fine still. Ooh, that could have happened just a second later. I'll let him kill this. That's fine. Okay. And we might have some problems here. Okay. Oh, see, he's using my build against me. This guy's good. Alright, so it didn't work out. Doesn't always work out, but hopefully the next one you'll see. I'd say I win probably 90% of the time. I usually can beat this event depending upon what ascendance I have. Oh, I forgot I was just going to switch VC. But see how he was kind of using the Pixie, though, tactic? So a lot of people do that, which is why Bloodstalker can really help if you have him out at the right time, just because he'll then, you know, bring those minions that are in the middle back to life to damage the Colossus. But we'll see what happens. This is likely a bot, just so you guys know. How you can tell it's a bot is if you can't find them on the global leaderboards when you're this high, you know they're a bot, because or else they'd be on that list. Okay, he's gonna fireball me, which is fine. Okay with that, but he's gonna have to do something first. Yep, fireball. which is fine. I'm just going to do this because he's got everything clumped up, and his other spell doesn't do anything against this, so we'll see what we got here. Frozen again. Oh, he fire laned me. Nice. Alright, so this, like, I like to, like, get him... that was bad timing. Unfortunately. This should be fine, though. Alright, so here's what I kind of do with this. So why I throw Amazon and freeze this is because the giant mountain, when he's frozen, he doesn't actually put the other little guys out. So I should be actually really good here. And that was a good play, but the best counter to good old Lord Sumac is the Viper. So he's pretty much in a lot of trouble. And this is where you want to get to, because if you throw this out, there's literally nothing they can do, right? Anything they throw out there. And that's how most of these battles go. It usually ends with that one, I forget what the spell is called, but it wins around and then it just goes. But he was a bot, so, I mean, I expected to win anyway. But I just wanted to show you, so that was kind of a good example of, you know, this build isn't, like, unstoppable. Because I only, you know, won 2, lost 1. But it's a good strategy. I think it works better than a lot. Just because there's not too many good counters against it, right? So anyway, hopefully this was helpful. And I'll continue to make these on my recommendations on future events as well. Thanks. Bye.